I'm Jennifer DeBerdine Goldbach.
I'm Brooke DeBerdine.
Nate DeBerdine.
Michael DeBerdine III.
My name is Faye DeBerdine. I'm the widow of Michael DeBerdine Jr. My husband went to work at Rhoads' restaurant when he was 11 years old. And Mr. Rhoads kind of took my husband under his wings and eventually asked him to come and work for him. And that's the beginning of this long, beautiful story that we're in today.
Well, what's impressed me about Rhoads and where it's heading is the foresight that Mr. Rhoads established back in 1917. And then we've been able to try to hold on to that legacy.
I would say it was about 1963 that he incorporated and they made my husband president. And then he remained as president until his passing. Unfortunately, he had Parkinson's disease.
He was we'll call him a gentle giant. He just really instilled just values of integrity and honesty.
I was pretty young when my grandfather fell ill. Just hearing people tell stories about him and his servant leadership as far as, a quiet giant or, just working through the challenges of his career that were presented to him. I mean, those are some things that I'm going to hold dear to my heart and then tell my kids.
I think everyone's talked about today of just being a servant leader and relating to those around you. I think if you can just have a conversation and just uplift those around you and really know what's going on in their home life, if they want to share and just be open with them as well of how you're doing, I think that is something that Rhoads has always done well at, and I think my grandfather started that, and I just hear stories about all of that, and that's wonderful, and I hope I can do that too. Just make people feel uplifted and have people know when they're doing well at their job too.
So what's it feel like to have my kids on board? Well, it's awesome. Neither one did we recruit to come here. Never wanted them to feel like they had to come here. Always wanted them to feel like they earned it, and I believe they have, and I think that those two, in their respective roles, are given everything they got.
They know how to take advantage of the opportunities they've been given and the family they're in, and I think they just knew my husband long enough to know that these are the values in life that we treasure, and they exhibit those.
One thing that I heard from a very wise competitor of ours, friendly competitor, profits are not meant to be spent, they're meant to be used for your mistakes later. And so we've tried to honestly keep that mantra.
They always try to do what's right for the community. They've always done what's right for the customer. They've taken great care of their employees. I know there's a lot of times where, Michael had to make a tough decision and say, well, this might hurt us for a day, but this employee really needs to go do this. And you did, and you all pulled together and helped him out. So, the community means a lot to Michael and the other members of the leadership team, and the employees mean an awful lot to them, but at the end of the day, it's the customers, because without the customers, we're nothing. And, that's why I always say that we have to give back to the community, because without the community, we're nothing. And he doesn't lose sight of that.
So you have children now coming in the business. We have a company that has grown with the help of now 165 people. To that end, we have a couple different choices. We didn't want to just sell it though. That didn't feel right to us. What felt right is that we follow the model of 1959 of what Mr. Rhoads did. He gifted the company to the employees. And so that really was the model that we thought was the best situation. It gave the employees who had really, put the sweat equity in to build this business up from companies that weren't even part of Rhoads. And they became now part of our family of companies. And now we're now an ESOP.
I'm just excited that the fact that we're growing, that we know how to grow, and we know how to take care of the communities that we are reaching out to. And I hear that from people from those communities, how much they appreciate us. I want that value in life to continue, that we continue to serve the people with grace and with dignity. We're here because of the community, and because they support us, I want us to support them and know the value of giving back. But it began with one man, and he has always been a gentleman, and I want that kind of philosophy and gentleness and kindness to continue in the company.